Can I ask you, Neil, will you only blame the political party?
Yes.
Why would you, with the greatest of respect, not blame the benches? Why would we not blame people who have been in high office in the Supreme Court of India and all the high courts of the country
Same
and all the
incidents.
chief justices,
Same
past
incidents.
and present?
Same
Do they
incident
not?
of
Do they?
Ranjan
Do they
Gogoi.
not
Same
know?
incident.
Allow me. No. Do they? Are they so insulated? With respect, with the greatest of respect, if there's a public debate around it, then I can also point out that the 14th Law Commission report, which goes back to 1958, and Sanju should study it, says that judges, it recommends, of course, that judges should not be accepting a post-retirement position under any level of government. This is 2024, that is 1958. Have we been living under a rock all these years? Why have the Supreme Court, various collegiums, various judges, various chief justices in the past not intervened on this question? Why leave this leeway? Are they giving this leeway? 1 minute. 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. The honorable judges of the country pontificate on a number of issues and act on a number of issues and judge on a number of issues, including the issue, for example, of electoral bonds. Now, if they really want to clean up of the system, maybe charity begins at home. Maybe you need to initiate something suo motu to ensure that members of the bench are prohibited lifelong from entering politics. Is that not a relevant question to ask?
Politics, even if they enter into politics, there must be a cooling period.
What if members of the bench were to coolly, after giving up their positions on the bench, return to the bar within a day?
Arnab, I need to make a very quick point.
No, there
would they be allowed to do that, Neil?
No, that is not allowed.
No, if there is a bar to that, so a former Chief Justice of any court cannot become a senior advocate in that court. Because there will be a conflict of interest. But a former Chief Justice or a judge of any court can join the BJP or the Congress the next year and become a governor the next year. Why? Why so?
This must be protested, and a law pertaining to that is already laid down in, as you said,
Precisely,
in the 14th Law Commission report. That must be implemented. That must be implemented.
I need to make a quick rebuttal
I'm
here.
absolutely agreeing with you, Arnab. That must be implemented.
Arnab, can I please come in now?
Sanju.
Thank you, Arnab. Arnab, on one point, I completely agree with you unequivocally and with the other panelists on the other side as well. Do we need greater accountability from the judiciary? Oh, of course, yes. Do we need greater transparency in the Indian judicial system? Oh, yes. Because, the judiciary cannot function in a vacuum, in isolation. You cannot be the judge, jury, and the executioner, to put it metaphorically. But on a more pertinent point, I also want to say this. Yes, ideally there should be a cooling off period. But where I have a problem is with this selective amnesia and selective criticism. Now that Abhijeet Ganguly has decided to join the BJP on the 7th of March, from what I hear and read, in the media, everybody's up in arms against Abhijeet Gangopadhyay. But I want to ask a very, very pertinent question here, and this is very important, Arnab. In 2018, in June 2018, there is a man called Abhay Thipse who resigned as the judge of the Bombay High Court. And Abhay Thipse is very important because Abhay Thipse heard the Sohrabuddin Sheikh case against Amit Shah for the longest time, both when he was serving as the judge in the Gujarat High Court and then later when he got transferred to the Bombay High Court. And within days of resigning as the judge in the Bombay High Court, Abhay Thipse, in the presence of Rahul Gandhi, was welcomed as a congressman, as a Congress party bona fide member with a lot of fanfare. And this is the same Abhay Thipse who's actually fighting on behalf of Nirav Modi in the United Kingdom when the Modi government is trying its level best to have Nirav Modi deported back to India. So I want to ask the Trinamool and people from the other side, you are raising a red flag against Abhijeet Ganguly? Well, you have every right to do so. But where were you when Abhay Thipse joined the Congress party?
No red flag. Where is the independence of judiciary? Where is the independence of judiciary? Where is the separation of power? Where is the principle of separation of power?
In the
There is the principle of separation of
did not
power.
even take
There
2
must be a
days to
separation
resign
of
as the
power
Bombay
between the
High Court
executive
judge
judiciary
and join the
and the
Congress party in the
legislature.
presence
Where
of
is the
Rahul
separation
Gandhi
of
with a
power?
lot of
There
fanfare.
must be a
If
separation
you
of
So
cannot
you
power.
are-
criticize Abhay
You
Thipse,
cannot
you
step
cannot
into the shoes
criticize
of the
Abhijeet
executive. You
Gangopadhyay,
cannot step into the
either
shoes of the
criticize both
legislature.
or
Where is the
criticize
principle
none.
of
You
separation of
cannot
power?
criticize
I ask
Ranjan
this question
Gogoi.
to myself.
You cannot
Where is the
criticize
principle of
Abhijeet
separation of power?
Gangopadhyay. But when it comes to
Can I step
Abhijeet
into the
Thipse,
shoes of the
आपके मुंह में
executive?
दही जम
Can the
जाता है.
judiciary step
When
into
it
the
comes to
shoes of the
V.R. Krishna
legislature?
Iyer,
That
who was
that's here
judge
the
of the
first.
Madras High Court and then joined CPM, आपके मुंह में दही जम जाता है. You will not speak against Hasnain Masoodi, who was a National Conference member and also a judge
What
in the
does he
J&K
say
High Court.
regarding the
You will
principle
not
of
speak
separation
about
of
F.I.
power?
Ribello, who
Separation of
also
power.
heard the
Where is the
Sohrabuddin
principle of
Sheikh case.
separation of
And
power?
F.I. Ribello was a member of the Janata Party and then was elevated as a judge of the Bombay High Court. So if you want to speak about Abhijeet Ganguly, speak about F.I. Ribello.
I think
Speak about V.R.
Sanju,
Krishna Iyer, speak about
I think
Abhay
Sanju,
Thipse, speak about
Sanju,
Hasnain Masoodi,
Sanju, it's
speak
a
about
little bit,
Darul Islam,
Sanju,
speak
it's a
about
little bit of
Ranjan
a
Whoever
self
leads,
goal
Mishra.
by
same
you
applies
tonight.
for everybody. Whoever
It's
leads, same applies
a
for
little bit
everybody.
of a self goal by Sanju Verma tonight, and let me explain why, Neil. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to get Niladri in next time. But I believe, and my question is to Niladri, though it's a response to Sanju, but the question is to Niladri. Niladri, I believe that it's a little bit of a self goal by the BJP spokesperson Sanju Verma tonight, because she takes the example of Abhay Thipse. And Abhay Thipse, ladies and gentlemen, was the judge in the Sohrabuddin case, Best Bakery case, if I'm not mistaken. And he later joined the Congress party.
Yes.
That's
So
what I said.
Sanju Verma,
Yes, it is.
So that's what I
presumably
said.
Arnav, what you're
worried that
saying is
she's-
absolutely
So where is the
correct.
self-goal?
What you're saying is
Not
absolutely
repeating
So
correct.
that's what I'm
Because
saying. I mean, let me
history is
complete.
replete
One
with
minute,
these
one minute.
examples
One
of
minute.
judges
Sanju,
joining
I'm
politics.
responding to you and I'm telling you, one minute, just a minute. The reason I feel she's in a spot tonight, because she must know. In fact, she knows, Niladri, that all along the BJP said that this is bad. This man gave judgments that were politically wrong for us. And the Congress has used him and made him a member of the Congress party. But now she says we are inspired by the same mistakes of the Congress.
my God.
And we are determined to repeat them
Don't
by
twist
bringing
my
Abhijeet
statements,
Ganguly
Arnab.
into the
Come on.
BJP.
Don't
That's
twist
where
my
the cookie
statements.
crumbles, you know,
change,
Niladri.
Arnav.
Come on, Arnav, you can do
Times
better.
change,
Arnab
but the
Goswami,
truths
you can do
remain the
better.
same.
Okay, Niladri
It is
and then Sanju.
The question
Niladri
is,
and then
Arnav,
Sanju.
I agree with you. I
Niladri
agree
and then
with you.
Sanju.
Yes.
Niladri first.
Yes, the times change, but the fruits remain the same, Arnav. But the point is the question whether the system has to be protected. Because this is the very system which keeps on protecting us. And in the system, there's a flaw in the system that has to be identified and that has to be rectified. You cannot compare apples with oranges. If you see Justice Ganguly's judgments, 70% of his judgments were overturned by the Supreme Court. He has single-handedly spoiled the institution of Calcutta High Court, which is a rich heritage of 175 years. But having said so, what the BJP is saying today they are opposing it because it suits them. But at the time of Justice Thipse, it did not suit them. We have seen the case of Justice Hegde when he was superseded in 1970 after the famous judgment by Justice A.N. Ray. He also joined politics. We have nothing against judges joining politics, but you have to be clear of it. Justice Gawai, who is becoming the next Chief Justice of the country, he was very clear when he said to take up a matter that I belong to a political family. Do you have any problem in me taking up the matter? There has to be some transparency in the system.